So we have today with us Andy Kells. I'd say you're an old stalwart of Takapau rugby, Andy.
Oh, you've got to be careful on how you use those words, Dennis, but I could label you in that same category.
Well,
too.
you could too, but I think both of us, we're still reasonably fit, luckily enough. And,
Oh, it's a bastard,
yeah,
getting older.
yeah. But we had some good days playing for this club, Andy.
Oh, in particular, during the sub-union days, it was immense. You know, there was a plethora of rugby clubs around. There was 5 in Dannyburg, 2 in Ongaonga, 1 here, of course, and it was just the 2 grades, senior and junior, as you well remember. In the sub-union rugby, it's good to see this initiative come into life because it's promoting sub-union level rugby.
Isn't it just?
Yeah.
I take my hat off to the people that have organised this, because the Bebbington Sheild was a big thing in our day. I mean, it was played for regularly. I hear now the other sub-unions haven't been so forthcoming in wanting to challenge, but to Central's credit, they've got out there and they've organised these games, keep the boys together and give the younger boys a taste of rep rugby.
Exactly, and it's a stepping stone, hopefully, for provincial union rugby. But I'll hark back to the sub-union rugby nowadays, as you'll well remember, and those good halcyon bloody competitions against Waipark High School Old Boys, and the All Blacks of those days used to play club rugby, playing against Robert Stewart, Hepa Pawai from Aotea, and that was fantastic.
That's right, we did get to rub shoulders with those guys, and that was tremendous for us. And the sub-union days, I mean, Central playing Napier, Hastings, on McLean Park, and 2 games at one time on McLean Park. I mean, 2 fields they had going there at one stage.
Yeah, and the old Mackenzie stand,
The old Mackenzie stand was still standing.
Well, of course, you've got to remember, if you go back further, Dennis, Takapau on its own became Hawke's Bay Club champions.
Now, tell me a little bit about that, can you? And those
you have to go upstairs. There's a photo of them. They were titled the Hawke's Bay Club champions.
They were way back in the day.
Yeah, way back in the day.
I presume it's
and
up
of course,
there.
there was an annual event when the late Billy Carman was chairman of the Hawke's Bay Rugby Union, and they had coordinated the Bill Gray's 15 versus Bob Scott's 15, and that used to be played here, and that was a huge day for Takapau Rugby.
Yeah. I mean, that was where Bob Scott kicked the ball from halfway barefooted. So can you tell me a little bit more about that, how it came about? Was it a regular?
I think it was more regular than not,
okay.
Well, it could have been a one-off, don't quote me on that, but it was a bloody big thing. It was crowds was all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, it was great. Yeah.
And in 1975, the centennial year, we had the invitation team.
MAC out here and getting steamrolled by Benny Snee, not Benny Snee, Arthur.
Yes, and that was the day that Grant Batty also played out here, and that was the big hit. He buggered his leg, and brother David actually took his place that day. He was playing in the reserves, and so Grant Batty was never the same after playing at Takapau, unfortunately. But
did you ever come on that Australian tour?
I never got to go to Dubbo, was it?
Yeah, no, we played Dubbo, Orange and Bathurst.
Okay, so tell us a little bit.
Well, it was a good selection of hand-picked representatives. Once again, Robbie Stewart and John Loveday from Manawatu.
Yes, I remember.
Scotty Wedd from Hawke's Bay, Richard Hunt from Hawke's Bay, and
the McSporrans.
Yeah, the McSporran boys and everyone else. And we actually ended up relenting. Some of the married men took their wives. We'll leave that up.
Unfortunately, the reason I wasn't there was my wife was in the home with our last son.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, so I did the good thing and stayed home.
Good on you. Good on you, Dennis.
But I heard a lot of good things about that trip.
Oh, it was good.
Was Daryl Innes?
Yes, he was very.
Was he in the team, or was he back in Dubbo?
No, I think he was in our team. Right?
Oh, was he? Yes, yeah.
Now there is a picture somewhere of that. In fact, I've got it on my cell phone. I might be able to show you.
So Daryl and Jill were from Dubbo, and they actually played. Daryl played for the club when he was a stock agent out here.
That's right, Hawke's Bay Farmers.
Yes, as well as he played for Dannyburg as well, didn't he?
And Central.
And Central and Hawke's Bay.
Yeah,
he did represent Hawke's Bay as well.
First 5.
Yes, yeah. Hey, well, no, that's good, Andy. Unless you think you've got anything more to add, that's
no, that's about me.
But we'll go and have a look up there, and it's good to catch up with you. And
yeah, no, good. Because this is not the original grandstand.
No, can you? I did speak about that a little bit earlier on, and I couldn't quite remember when we changed from the grandstand to the. But it was in the 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so,
Yeah.
Dennis. And of course, the rugby field wasn't always here as well. It was more in town, very close to the Scout Den.
Okay,
or the
I didn't know
RSA.
that.
And then it moved to Lake Street, and then it moved here. And they named it Memorial Park and instituted the Roll of Honour, World War II Roll of Honour only on the main gate.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And I conducted a Anzac Day here when we rededicated the gates because they got smashed with trucks and buses.
Yes.
And I had Ron Mark as our guest speaker, and he spoke very, very
Oh,
well.
did you? Yeah.
And we just had it out on the road here.
Yes.
And very similar when they opened the ground. There was a big delegation of returned World War service men and women parading here for old Kippenberger.
Okay.
Yes, that was huge.
Yes.
And a photo of that is actually down in the RSA.
Okay. Oh, that's
Which is
good.
open
That's
tonight
good.
until 3 o'clock to watch the test.
Oh, is it? What time does it open?
Well, I think it's going right through.
Is it? Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good
But
stuff.
Oh, these things in little rural places is fantastic.
Yes.
It's good to come back.
Yeah,
and
it is good to come back.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
only reason I come back to Takabel is mainly for bloody funerals. But it's good to
it's good to come back for an occasion like this. And I mean, I haven't been back at this ground for a number of years anyway, so it's good to come back and good to be recording a little bit for history.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Got to preserve it.
Yeah, we do.